Hello and welcome back. Say hello, wife.
Hello.
That's his wife. Today I'm going to be going over Braton Prime. Now I'm aware this is a bit of a blast from the past as there's a lot of new stuff out and I've not covered it yet. However, I've not really said a piece on Riven Mods yet, and Braton Prime is one of those weapons that I feel where Riven Mods really do make a large difference. And the reason I'm going to go on about this now because it just suddenly hit me because I saw a Mongoloid. Yes, you heard me correct. Mongoloid. This is a Mong in a Festerous manner, selling an Akbolto Riven mod, saying it was godlike because it had like 160% increase in critical chance and like 190% increase in critical damage. Now, Akbolto has a very, very low critical chance. Adding 160% to it is going to give you possibly 12.5% critical chance. That's going to do sod all. So before you with Riven mods, you need to look at sort of what the weapon itself can do. If it's got a high status chance, look for status chance. After doing my boar video, literally 2 days after, someone approached me and was like, I've got a boar Riven mod for you. He had one that was like critical damage galore, and he was selling it for like over 1,000 plat. Or he had another one that had like a massive increase in magazine capacity, decrease in reload speed and overall damage, and selling it for like 120. I was like, I'll have the 121. My Boar Prime now has like a 40 shot magazine. It reloads in less than a second, and it deals nearly like 200% increase in damage just from this one mod. It's insane, and people are insane with Riven mods. Braton Prime, my Riven mod that I have on this, gives me a 66% increase in status chance, it's over 100, not sure about how much, can't remember. But over 100% increase in overall damage, like a 30% increase in damage to corpus. For a Braton Prime, that is pretty much near enough spot on. It's got a damage buff, which it needs, and it's got an increase in status chance, being that it's got quite a decent-ish status chance anyway, because it's not really got nothing else going for it. It's got higher status and crit, so you go for the status. And works quite well. It does fail off at very high levels, but to be honest, I only really use this weapon at low level nuking. Low level was 0 to 60 for me, just in case you're wondering. And to be honest, with the build I've got on this, since discovering, not even discovering, but just since realising the massive damage potential that using slash and viral procs give you, I thought, sod it, let's put that on a gun, and it works. I would like to see it have an increase in damage, as honestly I'm not too sure how the slash proc is equated from primary or secondary weapon. Well, it's your finisher damage dealt over 6 seconds essentially, but with a primary weapon, not so much. It seems to be a certain percentage that deals over time, and it gets a bit weird. But honestly, this weapon with the build I've got here does work, and if you're a Necros fan like I am, I do recommend it, because it like does all the nice little cuts which you can desecrate more things and defile corpse and poke at their souls and other things, and it works. It works. Give it a go. But there are a few flaws with it which I will happily go through with you. Now obviously we've just seen an ancient healer at level 100 get absolutely fragged against Corpus despite the level 34, the 34% increase. It works, but you need to work on your defences because they will still hit you back very hard. Now it's the Grineer and Orokin that will stop you near enough dead with this build because of... Now I would love to tell you that this build will carry you as far as you want to go, but it won't. It's mainly based around Infested. I really came up with it when I was farming for Fugigen samples because it carried me quite far and I was just playing around with it and seeing where it went. As you can see here with the Corrupted, I've actually changed it from viral to corrosive, and it works on the little guys at level 60. I mean, these are all level 60, but the moment it gets to a bombard or a heavy gunner, even some of the lancers, particularly if they're Eximus units, quit. Just or switch to melee or your secondary. The slash procs can be helpful, but they're not really going to do much against the higher armoured targets, just because Well, the slash procs don't do much anyway. That's where the viral damage proc comes in. But it's just not going to really help. Anyway, the build I am using at the moment is Fang Fusillade, Malignant Force, Rime Rounds, Serration, Split Chamber, Continuous Misery, Thermite Rounds, and my Riven Mod, which you can see the full stats there. You can swap Rime Rounds around with High Voltage. However, if you don't have a Riven Mod of this, try the build I am now showing here. It's not meant to deal damage, it acts more as a CC. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.